Yo, welcome back. I just made a video on the previous day. Now I'm gonna do Thursday. So here we go. 8 a.m. This sweep did not hit the lows, as you can see. The lowest low is here for Tuesday, so this would not be a weekly cycle. Now, in this case, what can we expect? Okay, so we are of course bearish on the higher time frame, right? But we want to see price. We want to see a reason for price to go lower. Now, we're bearish on the 1 hour as well, but we have news here. I'll show up the news. Let me go ahead and open that up right here. So it's Thursday. So we have news at 8:30, 9:45, and 10. So when we have so much news, we need to expect manipulation. So it's totally normal for this 8 o'clock candle to turn around a little bit. So there we go. 8:30, right? Turn around. Okay. There, bam, bam, bam. So 9:30. Okay. So 9:30 expands higher. Dow goes lower. Sweeps that low. Now, Dow sweeping that low is really important because earlier we had the daily cycle and then the Dow came down, swept that low, and then no more daily. Now, here's that one thing I was mentioning about before. We had the daily cycle with the Dow not hidden. Right now it's only hidden, but peep this. This candle right here on the Dow is the failure swing, as you can see with the NQ and the S when the daily was created, but it swept that failure swing, and that makes it lower probability of a daily cycle. Now, after this, we can see 940, 935, 945, 935, 945. And here is the second news driver for the day. Now, this one was orange folder. We dip into this gap near the potential trade. Now, there we hit the high. And right now, we have a weekly cycle that is created. And now, this is a difficult part because we went through three news drivers, we swept the high, and now we need to be bearish at this time. So now it's 10, 8, 10, 10, and we need to find a way to be bearish. Now, first of all, we have a 90-minute cycle right here of Q3. Wait, watch this. It's Q3, Q4. There. So Q3, Q4. So Q4, where is it? Did we have it? I swear I saw it. Okay, so I guess it's just SMT. But you guys can see that right here. So this high on YM and this high. So lower highs, well here higher highs, higher highs. And if you go on the 15-minute, we're able to see, I thought there were some PSPs. No PSPs? I mean, I guess you can say the highs here. This high right here, the highest body of the day on YM was a PSP, but then we ran higher to continue the manipulation on NASDAQ. So it was kind of a tricky one. Now, the biggest key point would be this microcycle. So pretty much you would have to wait, right? So you see the weekly and you're like, okay, I need confirmation. And then we saw that 15-minute PSP, but we need to have an SMT in order to confirm it. So it's totally normal to see something like this happen. Now, an entry at 10:30, it requires a lot of balls because it takes a lot of patience. So your entry, realistically, here, right here is a PSP with the Dow, and we failed to take out this high. So the failure swing high when this was taken out was this candle right here. So microcycle, the failure swing didn't really work out, but this is still a PSP. This is the first PSP I see once we took the high out. So since that's the first PSP, for like really good precision, I don't want to see this candle high being taken out on YM. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it hasn't been taken out. Yeah, you see the high still there. And now on NQ we dip back below this. We have the micro, and if we go a little bit lower, we can consider the entry. So right here we fail. You see, we failed to go above that high on YM, and we start to slowly see a market structure shift on the SNQ. So NQ closes below this gap. I mean, the gap and candle run higher, come back lower. In my opinion, this is the perfect entry. So you put your stop loss right here because there's absolutely no reason you need to go back into that gap. And now you just kind of wait it up. So first you want to see us break out of this little range in the 1 minute. And right here, this next candle, I just want to see a closure body below this. Okay, body closed below this candle. Now we can switch to the 5 minute. All right, bam. Now we're on the 5 minute, and now we need to see the next level of liquidity swept. So honestly, we're looking at the lows. You can peep it on the 15 minute as well. So I would go on the 15 realistically because this is right now it's all about holding. You have to have balls for this. And this is the hardest part of trading because your potential is very high risk to reward because you're looking at 10 RR, but as the trade goes on, you need to just accept the risk. So now we run lower. You can see a Dow close below it, creating higher time frame market structure shift. Not well, this more just confirms it. The weekly cycle is already in place, and now it's just expansion. You could expect a little pullback at this gap, but we didn't. We closed below. So here, in reality, you can probably give it another like I don't know, like 100 ticks below the low, but we're gonna close it there. Let's see. Okay. See a one pullback candle back into the gap, hit true day. Next candle, I say we'll take it. Nope. Let's see. 12. All right, lunch pullback. The unfortunate part is that ES and Dow took it first, so we will have to wait a little longer here. Okay, it looks like PM. Sweep it. Damn, 145. What a hold. Wow. Wow. So, okay. It took all the way till 9 p.m. to take it out. Damn. But realistically, I mean, you would close the trade down here. Anyway, so that's the example for this day. Um, this was a really long video. I didn't really expect it to be this long. I wanted to do them like 2 minute long. But takeaway, this is a pretty much example of a very late of a 10 a.m. manipulation. Well, I would probably call it predicting, anticipating late distribution. Because in this case, it was a late distribution. So we we had manipulation up until 10:15. Like all of AM session was manipulation, just to have distribution for those last 2 hours of AM session. So probably the best thing to name this would be um, anticipating late distribution. Yeah, I'll name the video that.